Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to Gantu Racing and Polo Club for our second day of play in His Highness, the President of the UAE Polo Cup 2023. Coming to you live, of course, by Polo Line. We're out here this afternoon on the Sheikh Zayed field, and our first match will be between Abdul Wolves and Abu Dhabi. Both of them coming off a loss, looking for a win here this afternoon. This glorious afternoon here in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates. The two teams have just been warming up, going back to get changed onto their first chukka ponies. We'll get this match underway. 5 chukkas of 18-goal polo. And of course, if anybody is listening in, which I'm sure there are plenty from all around the world, please let us know where you are. And we'll see if we can give you a shout out. Be great to hear from you all. So our two teams, as last time with no changes, we have Habtor Wolves. Playing at number 1, it's Habtor Al Habtor. Playing at number 2, Kian Hall. Playing at number 3, Tolly Joa. And at the back door is Juan Hareche. This team, new team together for this 18-goal tournament, having not played together. And for the Abu Dhabi team, we have Faris Yabuni playing at number 1. At number 2, Cesar Chichetti Crespo. At 3, Felix Sia. And at the back door, Teo Lacao. Both teams 18 goals. And our umpires out there on the field, of course, are Peter Wright, Jason Dixon, and the third man, the director of Polo here in the UAE, Santiago Torigata. Two teams saying their pleasantries, and we'll shortly get this match underway. The first of 2 matches this afternoon. Our second match will be between Gantut and the UAE. Great to see Sheikh Maitha back playing again. So of course Habtor in their red shirts and Abu Dhabi in their familiar purple shirts out here this afternoon. Shibuni with his matching helmet, of course. We'd love to hear from you on the social media, of course. Polo Line OK on Instagram, Polo Line OK on Twitter. TikTok, Polo Line OK, of course, and Facebook on Polo Line. If we have a few messages, it'd be great to see if we can give you a shout out later on through the tournament as it goes on and through the game. Let us know where you're tuning in from. A lot of polo going on in the world at the moment, of course. Florida needs no introduction at all. Pakistan is full on with their open over there. The US Gold Cup. The Kerry Packer Memorial Cup is underway at Elliston in Australia as well. As of course a lot of polo going on in Argentina too. So just waiting for Kian, I think it is, to join his team now. Kian, of course, just flown in. So everybody's back on the field here now. Kian, of course, who's got flown in from Argentina. Was a little jet lagged after his last match, before his first match. Let's see if the team can gel together today and see what they can put up against this team of Abu Dhabi. So 2 teams look like they're lining up there on the far side of the field on umpire Dixon. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, and we're off and off. First match on the second day of play. And coming in off of the line out with that one there, looks like it is Kian. Got hooked off out of it by Chichetti, now picked up here by Haurechi. Haurechi turns up, Chichetti goes in to join the party, sends that one up in towards the middle of the field here now for Kian, looking to make use of him. Habtor out there, making a bit of space ground for him, couldn't quite pick that one up. Up comes Felix Sisian, and unfortunately looks like for him, he just got tangled up there with Kian. We had a whistle on the play. So I'll have the first penalty, which is a spot penalty here now. This one's going to get moved up forward. Progression would have been a little bit further forward. Coming through on the near side, but on the angle he would have been trying to get to an offensive position. Therefore the ball gets moved up to the halfway line for a 5B. Teo just teeing this ball up here now. Circling around up onto this one here. Will he go short or will he go long? I'm feeling he's going to go long with this one here. There he goes. Goes with a nice big shot. Sends it good distance up the field here. Coming down in between the 60 and 40. But it looks like that might just have a little bit too much on it. And out over the back line it goes. Drifting off out to the left-hand side. So one Harichi to bring it in for Houghton Wolves. Let's see. Taps it up forward. Looking from there is Crespo. Comes under the neck with this one here now, getting this out to Tolly. Tolly picks up the play here now, looking to avoid the play. Comes in onto that one there, does. Felix Essian, nice backhand by him, out towards Chichetti, but he gets pushed off out of that play. Oh, but clever play there by Chichetti, and he managed to pick that one up, but not enough of it. And coming around with it here now to tidy up, it is Kian Hall, running away here from Teo at the moment, controlling this play, gets a bit onto that one there. Would probably like a bit more, but very well indeed kept that on the near side, but unfortunately for him, he took his man nicely, but on his near side, just pushed it out over the boards. So we have a free hit here now for Abu Dhabi. Dale taps it forward, not going to waste any time. Looks up at goal, he's a little bit to the right-hand side of it. Has he got enough cleared on it? No, couldn't get it out to Crespo. Pulled out there by Yajua. Looks up to see what options he has. Drives this up the middle of the field for Habtor to come up onto here now. Habtor, good driving shot by him, trying to get in contention there with that one there was Kian, but he just gets pushed off out of it by Teo, and Teo comes in, makes a turn, controls the man, brings the ball forward, leaves that one behind, but as Chichetti comes in to try and pick up the mess, Tolly, he's wisely, just looking at the play, watching, waiting, and picks him up on the turn. You can see on the replay here, Teo got hold of it, tried to come back inside, as he did, unfortunately left that one behind, but as he did, we have Crespo coming round. And as he didn't maintain straight enough on that line, allowing Yajua to come in and pick him up on the foul. So we have a short penalty here now. Well, it looks like a penalty 3. A 40-yard penalty in favour of Habtor Wolves, looking to open up the scores here in this first chukker. Ball being teed up by Haurechi. Looks like a 30-yard, 30 or 40, 30-yard penalty possibly. Walks up to this one, yes. 30-yard penalty, just walks up to it nicely indeed and goes through that with that one there. Opening up the score here for Habtor Wolves. 1 goal it is to Habtor Wolves. You can see a lovely drone shot there of it for our Polo line viewers. So 2 teams lining up here now. On umpire Dixon. Bowls that ball in play. Nice clear gap. Out the back of the line, out it comes. Picked up well there by Yajua. Being marked by Teo. Turns, straightens up towards the goal. Goes himself on this one here now. Doing the big play, but goes with it. Goes under the neck, trying to get that one up as far as Kian. But well intercepted and well met there by Felix Essian, but he's shown a little bit too much of that one there too. Haurechi checks up, makes a turn, comes back inside once more. Yajua there with him. He's just going to have to move out of the way. Purple told to move. Purple does, allowing Haurechi to come. Dummies a big play. Goes up, goes near side again. And tries to keep this ball moving forward. Can't. Backhand once again by Felix Essian. First back onto this one here. Looks like it's going to be Habtor. Trying to put a bit of pressure on him there was Chichetti. picked up out of the play but couldn't quite control it. But it's sent up now by Felix once more. Fed up there for Cichetti. Cichetti going back onto this one here. Habtor trying to get back with him indeed. But it looks like it is Cichetti. Crespo. He's just pushed off out of that one. But no, he just takes it, manages to get hold of the ball and puts it away through the goals for a lovely goal there for Cichetti Crespo. Oh, there's a bit of disagreement. Flagman definitely thought that it was. And so let us see on the replay if we see anything more clearly on that. A little bit of discussion going on, but no, it looks like that one did go wide. Abdul putting the pressure on, got the bit of the bump in. And so players called, the ball is placed on the back line for Cichetti, for Haurechi to bring in. Cichetti, Cichetti. It is Haurechi, underneath the neck he goes with this one here, out looking for Kian picks up here, checks up. No, it's Tolly. Checks up, goes back inside. Sends this one up the middle of the field, looking there for Habtor Al-Abtor picks the bouncing ball up. In comes Yabuni comes in, puts good pressure on him. Cichetti opens up the backhand, looking for Theo, but no, he puts a bit more angle on it and manages to find Felix, who checks up hard and comes back onto the play. Felix Essian sends that one up. He doesn't get quite as much onto it as we'd like. Comes off the back of the pony there of Haureches. It's picked up beautifully on the near side by Cichetti. Cichetti goes up past through Kian on that one there and sends the ball out towards the boards. You think he's going to check up and make a turning play on this one. Leaves it behind. Now it's going to be Haureche. Turns back inside once again. Tries to drive this one up the field, but unfortunately he just scratches with the pony and we end up having a whistle on that play. We can clearly see on this replay there all the options in the world to go into open space, but ended up opting to go straight down the boards, and unfortunately for him there was no room, and as he hit the pony for the welfare of the horses, of course, we will now have a penalty here in favour of Abu Dhabi. So important they make these plays clean, otherwise it can be very costly indeed, and this could cost Habtor a goal and put Abu Dhabi onto the board, levelling the scores up. A couple of players just using this as an opportunity to change ponies. There are no free changes as such unless the umpires deem necessary for the welfare of the ponies in this tournament. So we're just waiting for play to be called, and play has been called for Felix Essian. Felix pony being a little bit unkind on him. He just checks it's along the ground, and it's gone through the goals. Through the goals it is, levelling up the scores here now. 1 goal apiece. That ball almost looked like it was stoppable. Maybe there's a bit of confusion thinking it was going wide, but no, it just snuck inside that right-hand goalpost. So back to the middle of the field just once more. Dixon lining the two teams up. 2.5 minutes left to play here in chucker number 1. Ball bowled into play, skews off out the side of the line out. First onto it there is going to be Kian. Kian just pushes that one wide, just gets blocked in his play. Onto the near side comes Haurechi, and Haurechi just gets picked up there by Cichetti. Well, we can see on the replay here now that, as you see, comes out of it there. Kian felt it being blocked in that play. The ball had changed line, and more in favour so of Cichetti, so the penalty will go in his favour. And as it stands, it'll end up being moved up for a penalty for a 60-yard penalty in favour of Abu Dhabi. The ball having previously come off a pony, changing line distinctly, or certainly enough for the umpires. So we have another penalty here now for Felix Essian, just circling around on the pony here now. Nice driven shot there, but it looks like it's gone wide. Wide it is. Struck it well, but didn't quite have the accuracy. It just pushed it to the right-hand side. So lucky let off there for Habtor Wolves, and it's going to be Haurechi to bring it in here now. Haurechi goes open with that one there for Tolly. Tolly just lets that ball settle, passes up, unfortunately comes off the pony there of Kian. The backhand comes back in again, trying to get onto it was Chetty, but it's just taken off him there by Haurechi. Haurechi pings that one up forward here now for Tolly. Tolly takes it forward, tries the backhand, gets it spoilt by Felix Isian. Felix, stick side, back onto a stick side once again, getting hassled, moved, but there by Tolly. Goes round him. Regan's got the horse and the pony to do so. Comes up there now towards Haurechi. Didn't quite get as much onto it as like. Swaps onto his near stick side backhand, rightly so by Haurechi. First onto this one here is going to be Kian. And we have Teo establishing himself on the line. The classic simple example of the person with the minimal angle on their stick side to the line. And you can see on the play here, the backhand came up down the field here now, and clearly that was a play in favour of Teo. So we have a short penalty here this time, much closer here now for Felix Essian from the 30-yard spot for a penalty 2, undefended penalty. Essian circling around up on this one here now. Pony being kinder this time, just drives it, shoots, and through the goals it goes. It's good, so Abu Dhabi go out into the lead here now. 2 goals to 1 it is here in Chukka number 1, and just over a minute left to play. A couple of silly mistakes, giving them these opportunities. Can't be giving away these opportunities because they're being punished. Giving them 2 goals off the penalties. Ball into play. Middle line now it is, looking for it there, trying to get his Chetty. Chetty working hard as usual, gets hooked off out of it. Well wet there by Habtoor, trying to get onto his kid. He gets ridden off out of it. Teo slaps that one up forward, trying to get up into open space for Chetty. Come on to Chetty, coming up onto the play here with Dolly. Sends a nice tail backhand, picked up nicely on the near side by Haurechi. Takes it forward, sends a good backhand out towards the side, but first to serve this one is going to be Felix. Felix Essian. First 2 to has gone. In goes Kian, working, pressurising, coming around on the near side, stealing that from him. Nice play there from Ujaa. Ujaa, realising he hasn't got a lot of time, he's got to get this running down the field. No time for dilly-dallying around, needs to get on. Avoids the hook, would have liked a bit more on it, but couldn't. Manage to pick up the bouncing ball. Beautiful play there here by Tolly Ujaa, going goal about. Flicks it in towards the goal. Is it got enough on it? It's got enough on it. No, it just gets stopped there. And the hooter goes, and that there will in Chukka number 1. Beautiful saving play there by Teo. Never gave up. Went back to it, and I'm sure we'll just see on the replay he went hard at it and managed just to stop it and play the defensive play just before it went through the goals. So the 2 teams will leave the field here now with the score being 2 goals to Abu Dhabi, 1 to Habtoor Wolves. I will get a few messages and adverts from Polo Line. So welcome back to our Polo viewers. Players going back out on the field. We're starting off with a rolling. Where it play finished. Dangerously close to the Abu Dhabi goal. You know what it's like. It can go either way. Depends on the luck of the bounce, and hopefully Abu Dhabi will be looking to clear this. Habtoor will be looking to capitalise on the territory at the moment. I'd like to also thank, of course, Tariq Mahmood for just shouting, a quick shout out to him, Shahid Khan and Brian Gonzalez, who are tuned in at the moment. The two teams back out in the field here now, just waiting for one more to join them from Habtoor from the far end of the field. Oh, get this back underway again. This is vitally important here for Abu Dhabi to clear, but equally important for Habtoor to try and get this one through and get this match tied up again at the start of chukka number 2. Good breakaway there by Tolly. Didn't quite manage to get that through the goal. Saved spectacularly there by Teo. And the ball into play. Back of the line out, looking for that one there. And it is Haureche surfaces with it here, takes it deeper, goes to the backhand, strong backhand, but it's stopped in the play. Picked up now by Tolly. Tolly straightens up in front of Gachetti. Gachetti's going to have to clear off out of it. He goes with the driving shot in towards the goal, and through the goal it is. So we're levelled up here once again in chukka number 2. All the twos on the board. 2 goals apiece it is now in chukka number 2. Always desperate moments when starting a chukka so close to the goal. So 2 teams lining up once more, and Dixon on the far side. Dixon balls that ball in, into play. Off the back of the line it comes. Quickly onto that one though is Felix Asian. Trying to get onto that one is Tolly. Felix gets himself back onto the line. Up in the air, skies it. Couldn't quite get what he was looking for. Takes it on the volley off the cane, but unfortunately for him it looks like it's gone wide. Didn't quite hit that on the meat of the head. It just drifted wide to the right. So on the back line it is. Juan Harichi. Tito brings it in here now. Drives it up off the back of the pony. Gachetti launches the backhand, does so. Gives it a bit of angle. Gets stopped. Pulled out of the play by Harichi. Harichi takes down some space. Makes a bit of space for himself. Takes the man. Controls the play. Tolly comes back to give him a helping hand. Keeps him close. Yeah, a bit of confidence here. Gets told to play it up, and we get a whistle on that play. I think there might be a little bit of smart little cat and mouse going on there by Chichetti. And we see one Harichi on the replay. He comes away with it, turns right, goes left. Off he goes to the left, and as he goes across to the left, ooh, just a little bit over-committed there. By Tolly in my view, but let's see what the umpires decide. Yep, going away from play, so it's gone back to a 60. Just nearly took the front end of Chichetti off out of that one there. Saw them all this morning having a nice cup of mate, but it's a totally different thing when they get on the field, cross the boards. It's all to play for, and good to see the commitment. But unfortunately on that occasion there, just a little bit of over-exuberance. So the ball's placed down here now for a penalty for a 60-yard penalty in favour of Abu Dhabi. Felix Asian on the pampa. Drives this one up forward in towards the goal, but once more it's drifted wide. Can't afford these penalties. It makes all the difference. Gantut the other day, I think it was 11 penalties scored by Kaku Raja. Fault, of course, of the opposing team, but there you go, and it is Harichi to bring it back in once more. So it drives this one up, nice clearly into open space here for Habtoor. Habtoor is now left for Teo. Teo picks it up for Abu Dhabi. Gets told to play it. Kian's pushed off out of it there by Felix Asian. Teo brings it in behind. Tolly goes out there for some open space, looking to get onto this one. Got the horse, got the power, tries to get up onto it, but the hook comes in and we get a whistle on that play. A little bit of discussion going on between the similar team. Asian thought that maybe he had been sandwiched horse on either side. A little bit of discussion going on. Well, the red player's been told you should know how to leave it, but there's still a bit of discussion. They're going through a review of this. So 2 goals apiece. Sometimes the umpires can be a little bit cute and actually discuss things as much as anything to try and get the players to give them the time just to breathe and just cool down a little bit too. I've seen them at times turn around and use it. A free change is a good opportunity if one of them's having a bit of a heated moment and just needs to go and think about it and reflect on himself, or allow one of his other teammates to have a talk with him as he comes off the field to calm down a bit. But they're looking over towards the third man, so they are certainly going to him. Did Essian milk that one a little bit? He's looking for the Golden Globe or the Oscar. We can just see once again, thank you very much, Sebastian. We can see on the replay here, he pushes that one through, tries to get it up here now for Essian, comes round over, goes for the hook. Let the umpires decide on if it was a foul hook or not on that one there. But it looks like to me, in fact, they've come back to a previous occasion whereby it was actually Tolly who had the right to that line, not actually Essian. So we have Jauretche. Essian thought that he had everything there. He thought he was the infringed player, but in fact, it did not turn out to be that way, and it's Tolly up onto it here now. Tolly, here's the call, drives this one up the middle, looking for Habtoor, but you've got Yabuni going back on it. Strong, good backhand by Yabuni. Near side backhand, putting it back into danger zone there by Kieran. It's now stopped. Left again once more. Who's going to pick it up here this time? Teo just gets away from Habtoor. Only to meet Tolly. Sends it up the middle of the field here. Just a little bit too much on that one there for Felix Essian to get trouble. But here the open call for Jauretche. It's Tolly. Just slips that one away there from Essian. But it's Teo comes up with a treasure here now. Teo once again. Teo goes in, sends that one in behind the pony. Nice pass by him for Yabuni to pick up on the near side. Couldn't quite do so. Just changing the line enough there was Habtoor to stop the play coming on. Slippery little play there by Cichetti. Comes back onto his own play once more. Cichetti Crespo. Cichetti beats the next man too. Looking to make a shot at goal. Does so. Puts it in. Gets stopped there by the pony on the way through the backhand. Coming in. Swarming onto that one there was Jauretche. Clearing it away there for Habtoor once more. Called off it is Yabuni for Cichetti and Teo. Bit of confusion between those two. Trying to come onto it here now. It is Felix Essian. Red told to clear. Essian goes at the angle in towards the goal, but no, he pushes it across the face of goal. You would have thought could have probably taken that one a little bit closer, but he opted to go for the long range shot on the angle and just pushed it across the face of goal. So the score remains the same. 2 goals apiece it is here now. Halfway through, chucker number 2. And the ball's on the back line here now for Juan Jauretche to bring into play. Juancito taps it up forward, brings it up here now, comes under that, whoop, and he goes the opposite way did Tolly, but it's left here for Cichetti. Cichetti sends the backhand, not quite as open as you would have liked, but it goes there for Jauretche. For Habtoor, he yields off it, leaves it now for Kian. Kian turns back inside once again. Kian flicks this one up in towards the middle of the field, but first to come up into this one here, well read there by Cichetti Crespo. Crespo making the turning play here now, got support in behind. Jauretche hassling him, swarming all over him, but in comes Essian too, and we get a whistle on the play. There's maybe a little bit of a sandwich there as he came in to assist. So let's see what we have on this replay. You see Cichetti coming away with it, Jauretche in there as well, and now you've got Essian coming in too, and whoa. Just trying to give a little bit too much help to that one there, I'd say. No, we get a second whistle on that play. Temper now, Timothy, and let's not have any chit-chat back to the umpires. So the umpires have pulled the cool it down card and said, let's go for a free change, boys and girls, before things boil over. So we see on that play there, who's just coming in to give him a little bit of extra help, and in doing so, created what appeared to be possibly a sandwiching situation. So the ball once more will be placed down. And you can see on the replay here now for our Polo line viewers once more. Jauretche is hassling and pressurising there on Cichetti, and then actually I think it was Teo who came in. Sorry, Felix. Just to give a little bit of extra helping hand in there, and as he, in doing so, had a bit of a Jauretche sandwich. So players quickly changing and back onto the field is once more. To get chucker number 2 underway again. Ball placed down here now for a penalty 5 in favour of Habtoor Wolves. What's Horechi? Taps it forward. Goes with a long one here. Gives that ball a ride up the front. It is. Trying to get onto it is Kian. Kian being pressurised there. Kian gets onto that play. Taps it forward. Dribbles it forward once again. Keeps his ball moving forward. Hapai gets called off it. In comes the backhand there of Habtoor, spoiling the Abu Dhabi play. Trying to get back onto it small, but once again it's Chichetti. He has a little dabble at it too, but now it's going to be Tolly. Tolly turns one way, comes the other way, faces back up towards goal. Bringing this ball forward. In towards the goal he comes, pointing himself forward, looking for something out of this one here. Over the top of it, King could right pick that one up, does so, manages to do so. And as he does, he attracts the attention of the umpire's whistle as he has to go back for it again. Ay, ay, ay. You can see on the replay here now, trying to come up forward through the play. Teo has a bit of that one there, and he just has the play and then backs off out of it, and in doing so, someone's infringed someone on that one there, and it looks like we have a spot penalty here now in favour of Abu Dhabi. 2:34 on the clock. 2 goals apiece in chucker number 2. Teo taps it up. Goes to driving shot. Looks up now, that one up the field. Well stopped there by Hareche, but he couldn't get back onto it. Philip Sexian up onto this one here now, looking to get back onto his own play. Comes wide, keeping Hareche off it. Back onto it here now, and as he tries to come back onto it, Kian picks him up. Good play there by Kian Hall. Just clearly see on that replay there, lovely play by him to keep Hareche off out of it, but as he left him to come back onto the line, infringing the oncoming player. But as it is, life was going to be a little bit difficult for him because he just lost the head of his mallet, which he's quickly changed his mallet now. So a quick little chit-chat there between the Habtoor team as the ball's placed down, waiting for play to be called. Hareche to bring the play in here now. Taps it forward. Looks to see what his options are. Kian told to go and look after Felix. Up the field it goes, but Yabuni's going first, serves for this one first. Yabuni takes it deep down across the field here now, taking it away from the danger zone out towards the boards. Got to be careful on these boards to ride them cleanly, but first serves without one there is Habtoor, picks it up nicely, but as he does, he flicks it out over the boards. So in turn, we have a free hit here now for Abu Dhabi. Teo. As soon as that ball's dropped, he's on the move here now. Teo sends this one down the boards, looking for Chichetti. Yabuni comes up onto this one here. Yabuni gets half hooked off out of it, picks up on the near side, takes it deeper down his own territory. Is Hareche. Hareche gets called for the backhand, does so. Under the tail it comes here this time, looking to pick up the bouncing ball, couldn't do so. Ball is left there. Who's first up onto this one? Ooh, and Yabuni comes up and down the field, and a new line had been created, and Kian Hall's picked it up, I think. You can see on the replay here now. I'm sure I'd like to see this one. There was an angle across the field and the ball hadn't actually changed direction. Kian managing to get himself into position on that line once more. Just picking up a couple of good saving fouls as Kian. A saving grace. As he's been copping a little bit of flack there from his team captain earlier. Umpire Dixon just hopping off to change. Or pick up a horseshoe or something. Essian just dismounting off his pony, got a little bit of a problem there. Of course, the welfare of these ponies is tantamount important. Rules of polo do turn around and say safety of horse and player is what they're set up for, under the pretense that players are more replaceable. I say pretense, that is. So the ball's placed down on the halfway line for a penalty in favour of Habtoor Wolves. Again, just dismounting off Acuna to change his stirrups. You might think that this should all be pre-organised by grooms and by themselves in the stables before they move, but sometimes it's a little bit different. Players have little ticks in their mind that if they don't feel comfortable, they want to change at the last minute. And if the same saddle is put onto a different horse, then the different width of the horse can sometimes, the height of the horse can sometimes make a difference too. But hey, that's all up to them. So players call, 30 yards retiring for Abu Dhabi as Juan Sitoreche brings it back into play once more for Habtoor Wolves. 2 goals apiece it is here now. Hareche has been going big, decides to come a bit closer. He's been given a little space there by Crespel. This time drives it up past Crespel. Gets stopped. Cut out the play slightly there. But first onto it. Trying to get onto that one is Kian, but it's stolen away there by Teo. But first onto it quickly, swiftly and smartly there was Tolly Yashoa, capitalising on that little bit of discombobulation there by Abu Dhabi in the back ranks. And putting another one away, making it 3 goals it is to Habtoor. 2 goals to Abu Dhabi. A little bit of discombobulation, bit of confusion there in the Abu Dhabi ranks on what to do with it. Thought they had a little bit of space and time. So capitalising on that, quick as a flash as always, Tolly Yashoa. So the ball back into play. Looking mount attack here now. See who can go here. Tolly up on the move on this grey. Sends a lovely shot up the field, but isn't quite enough to get it up to Habtoor. But it's going to be Crespel for Abu Dhabi to pick it up, turn it back, and face it back up towards attack once more. Essiam being kept off out of it there by Hall. Drives it up. Tries to get this one up here now for Teo. Teo clears Red. Red clears. Has another go. Has to have a crack at it and has to send it forward this time. Does so. Couldn't quite get the backhand off. In comes Crespo. Spoils it. Leaves it now for Felix Essian. Felix Essian trying to travel forward. The sticks in the air. The shots going off. They're trying to defend. And it looks like that one's come away with it. It is once more. It's Tolly Yashoa up the far side of the field. Going back at pace is Lacau. Lacau cutting the gap down. Sends a big shot. Drives it up. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Knew he was running out of time. Gets the big shot in to gain distance and territory. Ending chucker numbers 2 with the score being 3 goals. It is to Habtoor Wolves, 2 goals to Abu Dhabi. Clever play there, realising he was going to run out of time. Went for territory for the roll in to be as far up the field as possible. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we'll now go to a few messages as the teams discuss a few things with Abu Dhabi, with the umpires, as it were. And we'll quickly go to some messages and some adverts from Polo Line. So welcome back here now to our Polo Line viewers to Gantu Racing and Polo Clubs. The team start to come back out on the field for chugger number 3, with the score being 3 goals it is to Habtoor, 2 goals to Abu Dhabi. There's been quite a few opportunities from the penalty spot and from the field, but the score is only 3 goals to 2 so far. So 2 teams lining up here now from the inside on umpire right. Habtoor going the short way. Abu Dhabi looking to go the long way. The ball's into play. Stuck there. Picked up by Essian once more. He's sharp. He's quick and gets onto it, turns it, faces up towards goal and sends it up here for Yabuni. Yabuni looking to pick this up on the near side. Looking to try to get the hook, hooking there is Haureche. Gets the backhand falls nicely for Tolly. One-time play, drills it up here now for Habtor Al-Abtor. Habtor out into space, coming back to put the pressure on him though, is going to be Teo Lacao. It's Habtor. Weighted pass, pushes up the boards once more. Looking for these big neck shots here of Habtor. What can he get? He drills that one, gets a beautiful neck shot in towards middle goal. Get onto this one first, coming across the front there was Yabuni, but it's cleared away by Felix Essian. But first serve switch on to be Kian. Kian sends the backhand into the throws, intercepted. Well picked up there by Chichetti. Comes off on a bit of an angle, picked up on the near side. Oh, we came near side. Let's see on that replay. Backhand came in, stopped by Chichetti. Creates that line. Chichetti thought that he was in there more marking alongside with Teo, but no. It was Chichetti. Committed himself to that near side play rather than just staying on stick side. So we have Essian quickly changed onto Little Pampa. For a 60-yard penalty for Abu Dhabi. Circling around here now. This Little Pampa mare, super crack little mare, played by Hugo Barabucci a lot. Comes up to this one, he drives it, it's along the ground, it's stoppable, it's going wide as well, trying to flick that one into Yabuni, but it just goes wide. Out towards the left-hand side. A sigh of relief there for the Wolves. Reggie to bring it into play here now. Just taps it, just checking out, see what Chichetti's doing. Goes on the leg, flicks it out here for Tolly. Tolly out into a little bit of space. Tolly looks to see where Lacao is. Brings it one side forward, looks to drill that one up forward, looking to try and use Habtor up onto this one here. Didn't quite get it up to him, but Chichetti will settle on the play here now. Chichetti turns back inside. Good discipline, good marking by the players here now. Chichetti going to have to go by himself. He's got Yabuni going forward. Dummies the big shot because in comes Habtor, makes a spoiling play. Can't come on to Yabuni. Goes a serious, strong tail backhand there by Haurechi, trying to get it out for Tolly, but first surface is going to be Lacao. Lacao checks up, turns, faces up, in comes Chichetti to give him an option to pass this ball up to. Does so, drives this one in towards the goal. In towards the goal it goes, but it's going to go wide. Just close the face of his mallet and just put that one out over the back line wide. Had a runner. The player's called. Once more, Haurechi looking to get this out of the danger zone for Habtor. Goes up with this time, sends it up. Pushes up, shows too much to Lacao. Lacao sends the backhand, comes off the pony. Can he pick it up? Who's going to be onto it first? You know who's going to be on it first. Oh, and it's Essian. Felix Essian, but it's stopped beautifully there by Haurechi. Haurechi comes in, drives it up the field. Chichetti gets a little of a tickle on that one there accidentally, but it's going to be backed in once more. Another tail by Felix Essian out towards the side for Crespo. Crespo on the play, settles things down. In comes Crespo. Under the neck he comes with that one there and drills that ball goalward bound from a distance. It's looking good, but it goes wide. Great attempt there by Chichetti from wide out, but to the right hand side. So Haurechi to bring it into play. Masito taps it forward. Comes out with it this time. Oh, didn't get enough on that one there. In comes Chichetti, but no, he comes in, steals it away, but Essian there to mop it up once more. Bit of confusion there between the players, just has to clear off out of the way he does. Haurechi, even it there for Felix Essian, goes with the driving shot and puts it away. No messing around there for Felix Essian to level up the scores here in chukka number 3. All the threes on the door, 3 goals apiece. See Essian just turns face up towards the goal, takes the driving shot, reckoned it was clear enough for him to have a go at, and have a go he did, and through the goals it goes. So umpires have just called for a free change here now. Been a good passage of play, or a reasonably good passage of play. Giving the players the opportunities change now, as we see at the top end by the scoreboard. Some of the Abu Dhabi players changing up there with the mounts that they have there. Habtor going back to their pony lines on the opposite corner. Over the same end. There's a shot there of Chichetti Grespor. Great drone shots here of Gantut, spread over 300 hectares. 3 floodlit polo fields and a floodlit stick and ball field as well. In the background there we have some paddocks and also an arena with some show jumping, as now they are starting normal livery here as well as polo. Looking to hold show jumping and dressage competitions here, which they've already had a dressage competition down here. So 2 teams going back out on the field here now to line up on Jason Dixon. Get chucker number 3 back underway once more. Back underway it is, out the back of the line-out. Quickly surfacing this one into Teo. Teo looking after Tolly, turns away from him here. Goes out towards the far side. Ball bobbling up, picks it up. Good eye. Keeps his ball moving forward here now. In comes Tolly. Tolly coming back to put the pressure on. Tries to recover it. Nice backhand reflex action there by Kian. Kian comes back onto his own play here. Tries to come on the near side. Couldn't, gets blocked. Looking to pick it up, Chichetti. Chichetti avoids the attack there from Habtoor and also Tolly. Comes through the pair of them. Looks up towards the goal. Weighted pass. Tries to send this up. Gets cut out of the air nicely by Harechi, but unfortunately for him, falls there for Chichetti. And Chichetti brings it in, and it's lovely stop there by Kian Hall, blocking the goal, clearing it away once more for Habtoor Wolves. Kian Hall sends it out there for Tolly Ujoa. Ujoa keeps his ball moving forward. Purple told clear out the way. Up comes Tolly, drives this one up here now for Habtoor. Habtoor, just inside his own half. Gets a little bit underneath that one and shows a bit too much of that one there to Faris. Couldn't quite pick up the next play, but it's going to be left here for Lacau. Lacau sends a tail backhand, gets his play spoiled nicely there by Kian, but he's quickly back round onto that play. Beautifully there by Teo Lacau. Teo keeps coming forward. Teo, in comes Habtoor. Cups up past him. He has Tolly in behind. Yields off, comes up forward now. Leaves it behind this time. Tolly got that pony, trained well, comes back onto it. Renglish has got the man to come in and beat, does so. Gets round the player and the ball, gets the hook, keeps coming forward, leaves it now for Kian. Kian gets hooked off out of it in turn, but next onto it is going to be Felix Essian. Essian makes a turn, looking up all the time whilst keeping one eye on the ball. He drives this one up, trying to get up for Yabuni, but first service is going to be Haorechi. Here's the open backhand call there by Tolly. Tolly splits between the players here now, up onto the boards, takes the bounce off the boards. He has a gal with him over the top of that one there, nearly unseats himself, but he comes back round, gets told to settle down on the players. Harechi comes back to give him a bit of helping hand as necessary, leaves it now for Harechi. Harechi checks up, looks up towards the goal and puts it in towards the danger zone, but he pushed that one a little bit too far, a little bit too hard, and out towards the left it goes. Beautiful strike, but just a little bit too far to the left and wide, over out the back line it goes. Players called. Teo Lacau to bring it back into play once more. Teo taps it forward here now. And again. Kian looking to look after him. Drives this one up here now. Trying to get onto it first. It's going to be Felix Essian. Felix does so. Just gets pushed off out of it. Nice play there by Harechi, but didn't get the backhand he was looking for, and it's picked up here by Felix Essian. Felix Essian swoops onto this one nicely. He knows he's got Yabuni going up forward. Looks to come inside, goes with the shot, couldn't, bouncing ball, just eluding on that, but he managed to pick it up on the near side as he crosses in front there of Tolly. We get a whistle on the play. We can see on this here, he's just struggling a little bit with that ball. As he came round, he comes back, tries to get, goes with the shot there, comes back onto his near side, and as he does, he crosses over in front of Tolly Ujoa, and we get a whistle on the play. And a spot penalty here now in favour of Habtoor Wolves. 3 goals apiece it is in chucker number 3 and a minute left to play. So, Harechi. Beautifully mounted on his own horses. Comes over, brings the ball over here now for Tolly, also on his own ponies. Tolly picks this one up here now from the great Ujoa organisation, Lavinia. Checks up, sneaky play, but Essian's having nothing of that one there. Leaves it now for Chichetti. Chichetti turns back inside, looking to open up the play here now. Just keeps control of Tolly and sends this one up the boards. That's the option that he had now for Felix Essian. Essian goes for the shot. Couldn't quite get enough angle he was looking for because he was just blocking in his sight there slightly. But first onto this one here now. First through it goes. Near side backhand, opening it up there by Haorechi. First to surface. Chichetti picked up now by Essian on the near side. Sends it back in once more, looking set up for the cow. Good bump and a ride off there, but solid as ever, and the back door is closed once again there by Howrich. Slammed in their face, sends the backhand up there for Tolly. Tolly drives this one up, looking for space and looking for distance, positions that one well, so none of the purple players can get onto it. He knows he's onto it, he needs to make a good shot this time, does so, and there it is, there goes the second hooter, ladies and gentlemen. That there will end chucker number 3, and the first half of this match, with the score being 3 goals all. And now we'll go to a few messages and some highlights from Pakistan for the Pakistan Open from the matches from yesterday.
Takes up into the corner, retains possession, and he wants some help in there from his teammates. The ball's in the corner. Along the back line they must come. Header look for a drive. Still with Header Nassim. This could be wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. Header Nassim has he found. Oh my word, what a goal! What a hell of a goal from Header Nassim. That's the way to play a backhand. It's a big drive by Babar Nassim, and out to the right hand side is Santi Losa. Babar Nassim over the halfway line. Can he go all the way here? Babar still with another big drive. Babar Nassim, he'll need a cut shot from there. Losa's out to the right. Babar will check up. Babar will shoot for goal. That's a hell of a shot from Babar Nassim. Where's it gone? Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen a beauty from Nassim. Let's it go first time, and it's a ripper downfield. He goes. Beno can go forward, so too Babar Nassim. Beno takes out the man unselfishly. Babar goes in, gets the hat trick. Babar Nassim, that's another very good goal.
We had 6 teams that were all on the same level. They came with their best horses, and we had very, very good games. come to St. Moritz next year, the end of January, to the Snow Polo World Cup 2024.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Polo Line viewers here to Gantoot Racing and Polo Club with a score 3 goals apiece here going into chukker number 4. Field goals, 2 to Habtoor, 1 to Abu Dhabi. Throw-ins, 4 to 4, even Stevens on that. The fouls, 7 to 6, pretty high, but there you go, it's all pretty even Stevens. Penalties, 1 for 1 for Habtoor. Only 2 from 5 though for Abu Dhabi, there's your difference. Although they haven't all been short penalties, there have been some penalties from the 60 that have gone adrift, and no fouls, no yellow cards, which is good to see. So there we have a view of the Abu Dhabi fraternity. Faris Yabuni just putting his helmet back on again and getting himself sorted out. A few more wisely words, of course, there from the master himself. And our progression through the match at the end of chukker number 1, it was 1 to 2 in favour of Abu Dhabi, 3 to 2 in favour of Wolves, and 3 to 3 at the end of chukker number 3 to go into the second half here now. For the last 2 chukkers. So let's see who can dominate and take control of this match, or if we're still going to be nip and tuck all the way through. So the players are starting to come back out on the field. We'll get this match underway. And then we'll move forward in an hour's time, say, for our second match, which will be between the home team Gantoot, of course Abu Dhabi are based here as well, the home team of Gantoot against Sheikh Mather's UAE Polo organisation. A massive organisation it is, playing here, playing in the UK, a lot in Argentina, and of course a very strong supporter of the ladies polo too. Sponsoring teams in the Men's Open and the Ladies Open, with a great breeding program under Avero and the guidance of the one and only Lucas Monteverde. Done wonders with this organisation to take it to the level it is. A couple of years ago, having 2 teams in the Queen's Cup semi-final. Very impressive indeed. Gold Cup still to elude them. But I'm sure they'll be looking forward to the English season. And you see here now from the drone, great view of the stand and offices from the old racing club here at Gantoot, which used to come along literally right where we're sitting in the commentary position. Still have the old starting gates up. Would be lovely to one day see the racing here again, although it has been some 15, 16 years since we have had racing here at Gantoot. But you just never know what the future beholds. So 2 teams back on the field. Thank you very much indeed to the ground crew, doing a great job. And as always here at Gantoot. Teams just putting a few little final warm-up touches onto their horses, composing their own nerves. Had a good team chat, I'm sure, in the Wolves camp with Guillermo Coutinho. And down there in Abu Dhabi. So 2 teams will line up here now on umpire right for a roll in from the inside out. The end of this last chukker and the chukker before, we had, in fact, the last 3 chukkers I believe we've had, Habtoor going towards goal and just running out of time. It's umpire right on the grey pony here from Abu Dhabi to bowl the ball in. Haftor going the short way, right to left. Looks for a big resemblance of a gap and ball gets bowled in play. Stop the middle line out. Flicked out forward there by Harichi. Looking set up Haftor. Oh, and he just leaves that one behind. In comes Harichi. Comes under the deck with that one there. In towards the goal it goes and through the goal it is. A beautiful capitalisation of opportunity there for Haftor. You see he came out with that one there. Trying to get onto it and then poof, pop that one away. By Kian, I believe it was. So here it is. Umpire right in front of us here now to bowl this ball in play. Into play it is. Looking for that one in the middle of the line. Coming away with it. Comes. Harichi leads out long way, but unfortunately hooked off out of it. Backhand comes in by Felix. Puts it out into open space here for Chetty. Chetty coming on the move. Didn't quite get what he was looking for, but back onto his own play. Keeps it short, but he just shows too much of that one there to Harichi. It comes off the pony, and Harichi can scooch onto it. Onto his near side he comes. Near side again. Near side round the corner. Onto his stick side here as he looks to take control there of Chetty. Does so. Get it underneath the neck. The backhand comes in by Felix Essian. Setting it up here for Lecau, but first to surface onto that one there is going to be Haftor to send this one up the far side, out towards the far side of the field. Kian, but checked up, picked up now by Lecau. Lecau underneath the neck, he comes with that one there on the stick side and drills that one in towards the goal, and it goes wide, out to the right hand side. So 4-3 is the score, and the ball will be placed on the back line here for Juan Harichi to bring into play once again for Haftor Wolves. Harichi taps up forward here now. Brings the ball forward, taps onto the neck. Over his shoulder, drives that one out in smoke space, looking onto it, does so beautifully, slips onto it nicely, does, but we've got a little bit of blocking and something going on else off the fall. We can see on the replay here, he just goes with the shot there as he drives that one up, ooh, and you just see the top left-hand corner, a little bit of man marking man and just taking him away off the play, and as he does, impedes the right of way of another player. Still going to the third man here to see who really was in the wrong. Harichi reckons it should be for him going up forward. Everybody else is still milling around. Third man just looking for another view or a second replay of that. Maybe on that drone shot you can see it if it's just a little bit slower. Umpires knowing they've seen something that's wrong. It's a question of picking to pieces who actually was in the wrong, and it looks like it is, yes. It has gone in favour of Haftor. Only a Haftor player was pushed across the front of an Abu Dhabi player by another player from his own team, and therefore creating a potentially dangerous situation, and we have a penalty being moved up here now for a 60-yard penalty. The penalty 4 in favour of Haftor. An opportunity for them to possibly go 2 goals into the lead, to give them a little bit of a comfort zone here over this Abu Dhabi team. Minute and a half save played of chucker number 4. Still a long way to go. So players called. Harichi take the penalties here now. Circling around on this little pony here. Comes up, drives, strikes it well. Is it straight? It's looking very good indeed. Juancito Harichi puts goal number 5 on the board there for the Haftor Wolves. Beautifully executed penalty there. Making all the difference. You can see on the drone, comes up to it really nicely, strokes it well, right out of the reach of all the players, and through the middle of the goals it goes. Umpire just blowing a whistle, looking to pick something up off the field. So the ball into play, out the back it comes in now. Young fights away with this one here, who's fed there by Cichetti, coming on the line out, but coming back to put the pressure on him there as Tolly checks up, goes with it again once more, looks to make the shot, gets hooked off out of it. Beautiful play, you see the hook and the slap backhand, gaining great distance by Harechi. Setting it up, but first onto it's going to be Cichetti, takes it away there from Habtor. Habtor comes in on that near side, spoils his play, picked up nicely there here. On the move comes Tolly goes out into some open space here now. Tolly once more, keeps his ball moving forward, checks it up here, gets the runners going forward, goes to unleash it, gets half hooked, but he managed to keep this ball going forward, waiting for Cichetti, got the power, got the strength, running through here now, goes by himself, Ulloa, puts it away for goal number 6 on the board there for Habtor. We've woken up, have the Wolves, they've been stirred from their den, and 6 goals it is now to Habtor. He was looking to pass that one up to his teammates, but the pressure was on. Essian came with, I think, a bit of a half hook, possibly made connection with his mallet. Cichetti was waiting there for him to close the back door, and he pushed on through, barged his way past, saw a little bit of a window, and went for it, and through the goal it goes. Into the line out it goes once more. Near side, couldn't pick it up, but it's picked up now by Tolly, bouncing this ball, playing with it, dribbling, going one side, goes the other, at top of the bounce. Lacau says enough of that, thank you very much, and sends it on its way, but it's beautifully read there by Harechi. Looking for something optimistically there was Yabuni, turns back inside, does Harechi comes in behind Tolly, in behind there. Once more, comes forward, goes a little bit wide, calls off it, leaves it for Tolly this time, comes in behind to give him support, straightening up with Essian, just has to leave him to have the next play, steals that one away there, does Yabuni, goes goalward bound, clears it across the face of goal, Yabuni clearing it away, but the backhand comes in by Tolly, couldn't get it, near side backhand, sent in towards the goal, but not quite enough on it, and it gets saved once again by Lacau, comes out in some open space and said enough of this, thank you very much indeed, and pushes that ball away, but who is it? Once more, playing a cracker out here, Harechi, sends the backhand, confused them all with where it went to or didn't go to, trying to get onto that one there. Nice little play there. Lacau comes on, gets ridden off, picks up the ball, does Tolly. Nicely timed right off and picks up the play too, comes in between the players. Essian swarming around all in front of him there. They're going to have to clear out the way to give him a little bit of space to actually go to work. And Tolly goes to work once more. Tries to get the shot, couldn't do so. Picked it up, got it stolen there by Felix Essian. Says clearing it away out towards the far side of the field, looking to open up defence into attack here now. Felix Essian goes with it, going with him there to put the pressure on and does so. Kian goes up onto it, plays the backhand, drills it back down the boards, which we picked up here now by Cichetti Crespo on the boards, turns round, reverses back up onto it, comes in, trying to take it from him to Tolly, didn't quite do so. Cichetti picks it up, goes forward once more. Cichetti Crespo dribbling this ball up here now, goes forward once again, can go onto that, no, shows too much of that to Harechi, sends it back in, who's be first on it, Habtor does, get swiped out of it there by Teo on the near side once again, picks it up on the near side, back onto a stick side, no, there's more people coming back in support, comes back in once again, the ball gets stopped and left here now, this time for Habtor, picks up, sweeps onto that one quickly out into some open space, and he's running, which he loves to do, straightens himself out the field here now. Habtor, Teo coming down the middle of the field to put the pressure on him. And it's Habtor gets a lovely approach shot. Has he got a little bit too much on that one? No, it's looking good. Can he get back to it? But it looks like Teo's going to beat him on that one towards it, but it looks like he's just got a little bit too much on it. And by it goes to the right. To the right it goes, and out over the back line. So we get a free change. Good passage of play there. Nice running Polo. Trying to open it up and get things moving. And we just see a replay there of Tolly's goal, and through the goal it goes. Beautiful goal by him. Habtor made a good pick up here in his own half, took it round the field. His approach shot just had a little bit too much on it and just went wide to the right. Maybe he thought he probably couldn't get back to the ball because Teo was coming down the middle to put the pressure on him. And so went for it, and only by about a metre or so wide to the right hand side it went. And so the players are quickly changing up, and you see coming back onto the field there, a view of the Habtor team and now the Abu Dhabi team. As the ball's placed on the back line. For Teo. Comes under the neck, comes under it with this time. Is it for Essian? Felix Essian. Settling on it, knows he's got Harechi there, unleashes it, settled it up the field here now, looking for Teo, trying to get that bouncing backhand off, but a little bit of a backhand by Tolly. Who can be first onto this? It's going to be Cichetti, here's the call, sends it up the field, has to shut down a little bit there. There's Teo, trying to go away there from the attack from Ulloa. 4, left, sitting, waiting. In comes Chetty, trying to steal it away. Does so, takes it away off the front here now. It's Chetty Crespo. Crespo going goalward bound, looking for a little bit more pace, coming forward onto it here now. As he's shown too much of that, he's a little bit wide. He flicks that one in towards the goal, but it just goes wide. Got his head down, working hard was Chetty Crespo, but just didn't quite manage to finish it up. And you can see from the replay, from the other angle, from the drone, he's coming forward on it, and it just goes wide. Hearing the calls. Aureche, here's the call up the middle of the field here now. 4, Tolly drills that one out 4 once more, but Essian looking over his shoulder to see where Kian is, pushes him wide. There goes the first shooter, comes back onto it here now, looking to make the play, comes in with the ride-off, spoiling the play, coming up the spoils here. It's going to be Kian. Kian goes under the neck, and a beautiful neck shot it is. It's going goalward bound, and oh, it just falls short, but a great attempt there by Kian Hall. He was being pressurised and pushed wide by Felix Essian, but he managed to come up with the spoils and had to have a crack at it because he knew that clock was ticking down. And unfortunately for him, it goes wide. So we are here at the end of chukker number 4, with the score being 6 goals is to Habtoor, 3 goals is to Abu Dhabi as the players leave to change before they come back out for the 5th and final chukker. We got a few messages and adverts from Polo Line.
He gets control. Monchi and Ambrosio the far side. Along the back line he must go. Still with Ambrosio, they're looking pretty good here. They've broken through the ranks of this task, and there's another big drive by Ambrosio. Kakwani's going forward here. Sakib, Kakwani called off by Ambrosio. The drive by Ambrosio as he found, my word, that's a beauty. Absolute perler from Monchi Ambrosio. Zavaleta looking to try and steal it, and Namu's looking for the whistle, and it's silent. Zavaleta will go all the way. Namu is furious as Zavaleta will stick and ball this one in, and this is an easy gimme for Zavaleta. The goal is good, and Ali Hyder is not a happy camper. It's 1.5 minutes remaining in
To be of service to another, to commit to a cause, to place the well-being of another above one's own is truly noble. It is one of the highest endeavors that man can undertake. Since 2007, Burjeel Holdings has been doing just that. An army of professionals working together to ensure your well-being always. Burjeel Holdings.
So welcome back in, Polo Line viewers, and thank you very much to Polo Line for some great adverts and rushes there. Some highlights, some back into play it is with Teo bringing it off the back line here now. Drills that one up just short of the halfway line, over the halfway line it bounces. But once more, closing the back door, it's going to be Haureche. Haureche, strong backhand, nice tail backhand by him, but Felix read it well. Ooh, but he couldn't pick up that play, and it's picked up here now, this time by Tolly. Tolly being shown there by Essian. There's plenty of room and space. He straightens it up. He's going to have to clear off out of the way of that one there. Comes forward once again, gets told to play it, and he made a touch. Ooh, was it bleed clear? Ooh, the bit of confusion there between what the call was possibly. Couldn't help himself, couldn't make the play because the pony moved away from it. And the ball's being placed down here now for a spot penalty in favour of Abu Dhabi. Teo Taps it forward. Teo drills this one out over the front door, out the front there, looking for Yabuni. Yabuni being controlled there by Habtor, and it's been left there once again for Harichi. Harichi looking over his shoulder, plays the backhand, takes it away there from Chichetti, but first to come on surface onto this one here now. On the boards will be Felix Essian. Felix there with Tolly. Felix looks to come forward. Felix gets onto his own play. Teo looking to keep Tolly off out of it. Felix working his way towards the goal, dancing in between the players here now. It's Felix Essian. Felix goes underneath the neck with that one there, but it's cleared away there once again by Haurechi up on the far side, putting defence into attack, drills this one up forward, trying to get this ball up here now. Up the field he comes here on the near side, couldn't pick up that ball, just bowled off over the top of his mallet, and this time picked up on the near side here by Essian, settling things down. In comes Habtor, puts the pressure on, and the backhand comes in. Who's going to be first to surface onto this one here? And it's going to be Chichete Crespo. Crespo back to him now comes Kian. Kian to come onto the play, goes for the ride-off, pushes him onto it harder now, but it's Chichete. Does he get the better of it? Then leave it behind, and it just goes wide, shadowing that out over the back line. Good work there. Good defence by Habtor Wolves to thwart that attack there from Abu Dhabi. So, once more, the ball's placed here. For Harichi, and Habtor Wolves brings it forward. Here's what the calls are. Sends it out the front door here now. Who's going to surface up this one here now? It looks like it's going to be Felix. Felix comes in, gets his play spoilt, comes forward once again, picks up on the near side, onto a stick side. Here comes Kian working, trying to get away. He's out there on Acuna, pushes his ball forward, he avoids the hook again. He's on the move here. Kian goes with the next shot in towards the goal. It goes Kian Hall. Kian Hall has come alight too. Goal number 7 on the board there for the Habtor Wolves. Boy, he was made to work for that one there, as we can see on the replay. He's been splattered all the time there by Felix Essian, hooking, the ball bouncing, pushing it forward, reaching out forward, trying to get the pony going too. And there it is. Lovely finish off there by Kian Hall. 7 goals to 3 it is. So lining up here now on umpire right once more. 4:40 on the clock it is, or thereabouts, and the ball comes into play, comes away with it, makes a turn, pulls it away, does Aureche, but Essian comes up with it in turn. It's now left here for Chichetti. Chichetti drives this one up the front door there, looking for Yabuni. Yabuni going back at this one hard, looking over his shoulder to see there where Aureche is, goes in with that one, over committed, couldn't get back onto it. This time it's picked up by Kian once more as we get players coming across and trying to come back for the ball, and oh dear, we get a whistle on the play. So you see Harichi, he really left behind. He wasn't expecting that, did Harichi. The ball gets left there, comes forward onto it, and as Kian comes forward with the play, he finds he gets blocked by a bunch of players. And players called, but unfortunately for Habtor, they're all off changing. Players called, and it is Harichi to bring it into play. Half of Abu Dhabi are off as well, so depleted numbers, but Habtor are back on the field here now. Tapping it forward, you got Chichete coming in, but he's got to get back on side. Drives this one up here, does Haureche, puts it up there for Habtor Al-Habtor coming up onto the play here now. Good approach shot by him. Send it up for Kian. Kian coming forward. Kian Hall. Kian flicks it, and through the goal it is for Kian Hall. Back-to-back goals there by Kian Hall. Taking the score now. 8 goals it is to Habtor Wolves, 3 to Abu Dhabi. You see, just making use of changes and everything else. Haurechi just holds that ball a little bit longer. It does give both teams time to get back on, but as he does so, he passes up to Habtor. Habtor makes a nice centering shot up there for Kian, who ended up in the front door on Maracas. And there it is, ball into play, off the back of the line out. Kian wants it on the near side again, couldn't quite pick it up, but it's going to be Essian this time. It's a long way to reach down on the big gelding, and it's Essian. Picks it up this time, makes a turn, drills that one up front door here now for Yabuni, but back onto it once more. No, he couldn't pick up the bouncing ball. Good Haurechi, but it's left here for Teo. Teo working his magic, coming forward he comes. He gets his play half spoiled, but he flicks it away. Beautiful goal there by Teo Lacau, making it now 4 goals it is to Abu Dhabi, but 8 it is to Habtor. You see on the replay here, quite a lot to do came through. You see Kian tried to come through and actually make a spoiling play because he couldn't get a free ride through, could Teo. But kept his head, kept his peripheral view, and just the last minute flicked it through to avoid the spoil of Kian. Ball into play. Out the backside of the line, out it comes. Felix is there, sends a good high near side backhand to feed it up there to Yabuni. Yabuni on the move. Yabuni going goalward bound. Yabuni couldn't quite pick it up on the near side. It's pulled forward here by Aureche near side. Lovely backhand by him to link up there with Ujoa. Just having to yield off it there. Chichete going to have to use it. Does so. Drives that one out towards the side. Trying to get it up here now for Habtor. Habtor up onto the play. Takes the half shot to avoid that hook there from Theo. And it's Habtor looking for the big bouncing ball. And he unfortunately couldn't execute that one. But Theo comes in, settles down, makes a lovely turning play onto that one there and faces himself back into attack before Habtor can get back to. He drives that one up the field here now for Yabuni once more. It's picked up here by Tolly on the near side. Tolly onto a stick side. Here's called. Waits for that ball to settle. Keeps it going forward. Chichete looking for something out of it. He just dummies him. Shows and goes. Off he is. Tolly Ijoa showing his silky skills. Goes with the driving shot and drills that one up the front door. Fitting it up here now for Habtor. Habtor who waits for that ball to come down, but it comes down over the back line. Just hit that ball beautifully at the top of the bounce. And so the ball's placed there here now. Kian looking to go and quickly change, and as is Tolly, taking advantage of free changes here now, has to get on side, but oh, the pressure is on, and Lecau took his eye off the ball, looking, and he was not impeding, and it's now going to be Habtor trying to work his way in towards goal, goes with the next shot and drives this one straight through the guts of goal. It is for Habtor. 9 goals it is to Habtor Wolves, 4 goals to Abu Dhabi. Came in, picked it up nicely, took it across, a nice neck shot there and drove that one home through the goals. 9 goals is to Habtor Wolves, 4 goals to Abu Dhabi. Habtor certainly got themselves back into sync the last 3 chukkers of this match, should we say, but it's now Tolly to come up with it once more. Tolly there with Lecau. Tolly on the move here now. Bouncing ball, settles it down on it. And as we do, we get a whistle on that play. And I think that there will be it, ladies and gentlemen. The whistle went, then the hooter went, but they have conceded. And you can see on the replay here now for our Polo Line viewers, he's coming forward with it. Ball's bouncing, so he checks up. And then the Abu Dhabi player just comes across in front of it, flicks off the back of the pony, attracting the attention of the umpires, but they've decided to call that quits. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. With the final score being Habtor Wolves 9, Abu Dhabi 4. So the start of the match was all even Stevens, and Habtor Wolves possibly slightly disarrayed, but certainly got things to work well together. Starting to learn and read each other. Juan Hareche playing some great plays out there, linking up well, closing that door on the attack of Abu Dhabi, and linking up well with Tolly. And in the last 3 chukkers, the team started to work much better together. And there we have it, as the actual scores progression of the match does show. Habtor Wolves 1, Abu Dhabi 2 at the end of chukker number 1. 2-3 in favour of Wolves at the end of chukker number 2, and 3 apiece it was after chukker number 3. But then, as Habtor started to link better together and read and understand each other more, it was 6 goals to 3 at the end of chukker number 4, and 9 goals to 4 at the end of chukker number 5. And we see in the background there the Habtor crew, with Guillermo Coutinho there, just saying well done to Juancito Horeche. And with a great view of the main stand and offices here at Gantut, we'll go to a few stats here. Final score, of course, 9 goals to 4. Field goals, 7-2. Good to see a lot of field goals being scored, not all coming off penalties. Throw-ins, 6-9. Abu Dhabi winning most of those throw-ins, but taking the opportunities where they could. 8 fouls apiece. Penalties, 2 from Habtor, and 5 from 2 from Abu Dhabi. Exactly the same as it was at half-time. So good to see it didn't go all to penalties. No safeties and no yellow cards. So a nice clean match out there this afternoon for our first game of His Highness the President of the UAE's Polo Cup 2023. And so from Polo Line, myself, Adam Snowden, we'll sign out for a moment or two before we come back for our second game between Gantut and the UAE.